is Ward H. Ford, Central Valley, California, singing The Fair Captive, learned from Charles E. Walker of Crandon, Wisconsin, who learned it from Randall McDonald sometime in 1906. They took her by stealth from her cradle bed, and away like a deer through the forest fled, to their own wild haunts neath the branching trees. So swiftly they hastened through the perfumed breeze, where the tall shadows rest on the waving grass, and the moon looks down from a sea of glass, where the red sun sets with a fading beam on the willowed banks of a mountain stream. They smiled when they saw that her eyes were blue, her cheeks like the delicate morning hue. They soothed with kisses her falling tears. They bribed with trinkets her childish fears. The old chief took her to be his child. She grew like a young fawn, fleet and wild, a creature as fleet as the fleeing fawn that skims through the blades of the forest brown, with a voice as sweet as her own tame dove, who hummed in her presence his notes of love, and a face as fair as the fairest flower that grew in the nook of some secret bower. She loved her father, the aged chief. Her smile grew sad when he spoke of grief. She loved his son as a brother dear. She loved the stars and the fountains clear. She loved all nature, but did not know that her blood was as drained through the drifted snow. She knew not that hers was the hated race. She thought that the moonbeams had paled her face. But times have changed, and the flag of peace was sent through the woods by the pale-faced race, and the Indians yielded their captive band in solemn gloom o'er the victor's hand. Her parents remembered their long-lost child. They gazed with joy on her features mild. They placed her a star in their spacious hall. Her brow wore the beautiful coronet all. A great man sought her to be his bride. She plighted her troth, but inly sighed. But the chieftain had taught her to bend her will to her father's wish, and her lips were still. The bridal morn came, and the guests were there. They waited in vain for the lady fair, but the spring bird had flown, and a search was made from day to day in the forest shade. It was made for naught till one sunset eve, as some of the searchers were taking leave, they spied down by a fountain clear the little robes of the missing deer. A tall form bent o'er her lifeless clay, as they beckoned their hasty steps away, for they dared not intrude on that sacred grief. They saw 'twas the son of the and 'twas said that she died of a quenchless thirst for a home where the love